All right, let's step back in time, deep into the heart of the ancient Persian Empire. We're going to talk about a young queen with a very dangerous secret. What happens when a plot born from pure, raw hatred threatens to wipe out her entire people, and she's the only one who can possibly stop it? This is the incredible story of Esther.
I want you to really think about this for a second. Imagine you're in a position of incredible power, but you're hiding who you really are. And then you find out about a plan to destroy everyone you come from, your whole community. The only one who can stop it is you. But to even try, well, that could cost you your own life. That's the exact terrifying choice at the very center of this story. You see, Esther wasn't born a princess. She wasn't born into royalty at all. Her journey to the throne was a complete and total twist of fate, taking her from the life of an orphan to somehow the most powerful seat in the entire empire. So here's how it all went down. The king, this powerful king Ahasuerus, he gets angry and banishes his queen, Vashti. So, of course, a search begins for a new queen. And among all the candidates is a young Jewish orphan named Esther, who's being raised by her cousin Mordecai. And against all the odds, the king chooses her. Just like that, she's the new queen of Persia, but she's hiding her Jewish identity. And that one secret, it's about to become a matter of life and death. But just as Esther is settling into this unbelievable new life, a dark shadow falls over the palace. There's this man, Haman, who's driven by a dangerously fragile ego, and he is about to unleash absolute terror, all because of his own wounded pride. And this really gets to the heart of the conflict. On one side, you have Mordecai. He makes this quiet, principled stand. He refuses to bow down to Haman, a simple act of defiance, right? But on the other side, Haman's ego just shatters, and his rage, it doesn't just make him angry, it explodes into a full-blown genocidal plot against every single Jewish person in the empire. Haman, well, he doesn't waste a single second. He actually tricks the king into signing a secret decree to make it all happen. But Mordecai finds out about this horrifying plan, and he gets an urgent, desperate message to Esther. She is their only hope. Suddenly, the fate of an entire people is resting squarely on her shoulders. And now, everything comes down to Esther. She has to make a choice that isn't just hard, it's potentially fatal. This is her gambit. This is her all-or-nothing move, with her own life and the lives of all her people on the line. Okay, you have to understand the terrifying reality of the Persian court. If you approach the king uninvited, the punishment was death, period. Not even the queen was safe from this role. The only way you lived is if he just so happened to hold out his golden scepter to you, and there was absolutely no guarantee of that. So for Esther to even go and plead her case, she had to first risk her own execution. So after asking her people to fast with her, she makes her decision. And the words she says, they just echo with this incredible courage. And if I perish, I perish. She completely accepts the ultimate risk, ready to sacrifice everything. Esther's plan is now in motion, and what happens next is just this stunning, unbelievable reversal of fortune. It's a series of events so dramatic that honestly, no one in that palace could have ever seen it coming. And it all unfolds so fast. The king welcomes Esther. At a special banquet she's prepared, she brilliantly exposes Haman's treachery. Well, the king is absolutely enraged when he finds out the whole scope of the plot, and that his own queen was a target. Justice is swift. Haman is executed on the very gallows he built for Mordecai, and the king immediately moves to undo the evil decree. Now, here's a little legal snag. The first decree couldn't just be erased from the books, but the king does the next best thing. He issues a brand new one. And this new decree gives the Jewish people all across the empire the right to arm themselves, to defend themselves, and to fight back against anyone who would try to harm them. They're not just saved, they are empowered. But the story, it doesn't just stop with them surviving. Its legacy is so much bigger. It's one of celebration, of remembrance, and of the incredible power of faith and courage. And to make sure this incredible deliverance is never, ever forgotten, the Festival of Purim was established. To this day, it's an annual, super joyous celebration where the story of Esther is retold. It's a living tradition, born from a moment of near annihilation that was turned into a triumphant victory. When you really boil it down, the reason Esther's story is so powerful is because of its timeless themes. It's about having courage when you are absolutely terrified, It's about having faith when the odds seem completely impossible. And it's about this subtle idea of providence, that maybe even in the middle of chaos, there's a bigger plan at work, just behind the scenes.
And that really leaves us with one final thought. The story of Esther is such a powerful reminder of how much one person can do. It really makes you ask, doesn't it? How often, throughout history and even today, does the courage of a single person, willing to risk it all, completely change the destiny of so many?